Hey Chris, sorry about the seat heaters. Anyhow, I'm going to walk you through this. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take out all 7 hog rings. There should be about 3 on the back row, and you can take about 3 up on each side, starting in the back as you work your way forward. You can either cut the hog ties, or you can kind of twist them out. Either way, doesn't much matter. So once you get all the hog ties cut, you'll be able to pull the back of the seat cover forward. And the easiest way to do it is to start in one of the corners and pull the corner forward, and then the rest of the back will pull forward from there. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to remove a little copper bar that is in this back tube right here. The easiest thing to do is grab some needle nose pliers and just slide it out, being careful that you don't poke into the seat when you slide it out, and sometimes it'll want to jerk out, so maybe have it almost go out the bezel or over the top of the seat. Once you get that out, you'll be able to fold the seat forward like so, and then you'll be able to reach up in here, and you can really get up in here behind the back of the seat where all the lumbar is, and you'll be able to stick the seat heater out. Next, we're going to open the seat heater package. Everything's in here ready to go for the most part. All the seat heaters come with 3M sticky tape on them, so you're going to peel the seat heater that goes on the seat back, and the best way to do it at this point is unplug the connector like he did, so you don't have a bunch of stuff dangling off. And then we're going to peel the backing.
Connector for the back.
Okay, yep. So as you can see here, the seat back is the one with the 2 connections on it. The other one I'll show you how to install on the seat cushion in one moment. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to peel the backing down about halfway. That should do that.
Oh, it's going to come back off.
You can leave it on if you want. There, you're right.
Oh, it's about there.
Maybe not quite halfway, maybe almost a quarter or a third of the way down. So this is where it might be easiest to have 2 people. Have somebody get up here and kind of pop it out and hold the seat out while you slide it up in there.
Once you get it where you want it.
So basically, the seat heater will end about 2 inches from the bottom. So we stuck the top up in there. We're going to get it set, and then we're going to pull the seat heater forward and remove the rest of the tape off the back. Do that. So just like this, you're going to set it down, and you can reach up in there and push and make sure it's all settling. There's a little hump in there where the lumbar is, so the seat heater will end in and around the top of that lumbar hump. And then from here you're going to slice a hole for the cord to go through, and the biggest thing to remember is you have to go behind that listing that you took the metal rod out of. So you can use a razor blade. This bottom material is something that won't rip or tear, so don't be afraid of ripping it or tearing it. You can just slice through it with a razor blade, and you can make a slice big enough where you're going to have to fit both your connections through it. These seats aren't getting seat heaters, so we're not going to slice these, but like I said, you'll slice it just behind the listing and about the center of the seat. These will tuck through there, and then you're ready to apply the hog ties and tie it all back up. With the hog ply rings that I gave you, like I said, you're going to put the 2 or 3 in that you took out of the side, followed by the 3 in the rear. Since the seat was already stretched, it should be pretty easy to pull down and hog tie them in. Try to go back in the same holes. It's easiest if you go back in the same holes. I'm also going to send you a new piece of rod. You can use the old one if it's not bent, or you can use the new one that I'll send you. I'm going to send it a little big, so you may have to cut it to length. So you'll stick the rod in through the center, and then push the corner back down, just kind of in the opposite manner as you pulled it up in the first place from starting at the corner. So I think that pretty much sums up putting the seat heater in the back. The cushions shouldn't be too hard. You have 2 cushions that have heaters in them, so you can use those as a reference. Basically, you're going to take the cushion out, unzip it, and take the whole cushion out. Nothing is glued in, so it should all just come out. This is the only part of the cushion that gets the heater on it, so you won't have to mess with any of this stuff. This should all be hog tied up, and it'll stay just as it is when you open it up. On this thing, you just got to remember that the seat heater is going to wrap around both edges of the cushion,
Not quite on the regular.
and obviously keep the leash at the back. The cushion has a little bit of a taper, so you can see the way it sits down in the seat. It tapers down towards the bottom. So when you put it back in, if it's not fitting right, double check that you have the taper in the right spot. So basically, we're going to set this back in here. And then we cut a little hole in the back. And then again, like on the other one, we just use a razor blade, and it won't tear or travel. So you can just tuck your one, you'll only have the one leash on the bottom cushion. So you just tuck that in there, zip it back up, and you're good to go.
And on this, you cut a hole in front of the listing for that.
Okay.
For the seat heater itself, there's a small
So
hole
for
that
the
you
seat
cut.
heater cushion, you'll slice a hole in the front of the listing for the cushion wire to go through. So on the bottom of the seat, when you're done, you will have 2 holes, which will both have 2 plugs, a plug coming out of each of them, and then you can connect them on the bottom of the seat. Anything else you can think of?
I think that's it. You should use the other ones as a reference.
Yeah, like I said, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call the shop, and I can kind of walk you through it. I'll send you some extra hog rings and some pliers and everything, some extra wire for down there and everything you should need. So give me a call if you need any help, and I hope this works. Thank you.